What's up? This is Out of Pocket, the hoop show for real hoop fans, presented by Pepperoni. I'm the Gentle Jenkins, and the boys are back. You feel me?
Yeah.
What happened to our intro?
Do your intro, John. Jesus.
I did the intro. You didn't hear that?
No,
Yeah,
the screen. It was up.
Oh, it was there. I had it.
Yeah, we got
I heard
it.
it.
Yeah.
I just saw y'all the whole time.
We
back.
Wow. Okay, we back. What's good? You feel me?
All right, we are, in addition to being live with Pepperoni and Out of Pocket, we're also live on AMP with the Jenkins and Jonez crew. That's Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler, and LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John. He's on both shows. He said John's on 2 shows at once right now.
Crazy,
Better be 2
man.
bags. Better be 2 bags.
Decide. You taught me well. You already know what time it is, my boy. Thank you, my guy. You feel me?
I know your agent works. I know your agent works hard.
You feel me? I'm in the bathroom getting
I think
it. Yes,
John
sir.
is actually, if we could do a bag check, I think it's actually like 2.5 bags right now. 3?
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna talk about that, man. Come on, people be
All right.
pocket watching. Move on. Let's go.
Hey, we're not making no money. I forget because motherfuckers want to rob people nowadays. We're not making no money doing
Yeah.
that.
It's safe out here.
We are
It's safe.
struggling social media lights.
Just looking for an internship for some exposure. All right,
Yeah.
we're talking about Game 3.
If someone ever tried to rob me because they knew I was a podcaster, we would just have a heart-to-heart right there, bro. Like what are you doing, dude? Like, where did you go wrong here?
You're gonna give him the subway punch card like
I
Masters
seen
of
your
House?
show.
Oh my god!
I know you getting it. You know what I mean?
I told him,
All
let me
we
go
got
in
for you
and
is
buy you a
pepperoni
sandwich.
You feel me? 100%. And not that type of beef, brother. The real
I said,
beef.
look, bro, you want me just to buy y'all? I can take y'all to Subway and buy y'all some sandwiches.
That's what he said. Yeah, let me take you guys. I'll buy you some sandwiches. And they're like,
We
I
don't
get
want
a
no
lot of
Subway.
sandwiches with that there Rolex. I'll take that with me.
At least
Took
offer
my
Jersey
rings,
Mike's.
took
Be
my
a man of
Rolex.
distinction. Somebody try to rob us.
Y'all want a 6-inch?
That's what they said.
That's why I don't come to LA, man. It's too
That's
dangerous.
all
If someone tries to mug me, I'm gonna throw a cloud of pepperonis down like a smoke
That's what I'm
bomb
saying.
at
We got some pepperoni treats for y'all. That's all you gonna get up out of us. What you want, the short rib or the original beef? That's all you get.
All right, we're talking about Game 3. Huge bounce back game from the Nuggets, 109-94. Didn't feel that close. Jokic, the first ever 30-20-10 triple-double in finals history.
Jesus.
Murray, a triple-double as well. First teammates ever with triple-doubles in the finals. Gentlemen, what did you think of the game? Josiah, what did you think? Was this what you were expecting?
I wasn't expecting the Heat to get cooked like this. This was mildly, but I'm a little salty. If I'm the Heat, I'm gonna really take it personally that they left Jamal Murray in the game in boo-boo time when they put the other Jovic, whatever his name is, they put the fake Jovic in there, and to let that man get his triple-double. The Jovic.
You said the fake joke.
But shout out to Christian, the lighter shade of brown, for coming through with the 15 piece. Almost yam. If he would have yammed on Bam, they might have brought slavery back. So I'm just thankful and humbled that he missed the joint. He didn't yam on Bam. But look, I think the Heat were a little too excited when they stole game 2. Came back to Miami, didn't have it. Curious to see how Joker and Jamal Murray playing 44 minutes each, what impact that has on a one day off schedule, playing again Friday. But this thing might be cooked. We like checks. I want to see 7 games. I could go for 8, 9, or 10 to be real. But we might be chugging these deuces come game 5.
Best of 23.
Best of 13.
Keep going. Beautiful basketball, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to watch more of it.
And the game was fine for me. I really wish because we're live and Mike Malone is talking somewhere right now, and I know that he's like gritting his teeth like, Jokic had 30, 20, and 10, and all you want to talk to me about is Zion and cheeks, and like that.
That
is what I need.
That's what we want to talk about.
You have a little Jack Nicholson in your Michael Malone impression. I respect that.
Sorry.
That was beautiful, Zach. That is your official Mike Malone. Talk about
Tyler
Messi.
John.
What you want to talk about? We don't want to talk about this shit.
No.
Oh, that's
Tyler,
2 curse
Tyler
words.
John, your reactions.
I mean, I knew Denver was going to win this game. I mentioned that last time we talked, I believe. I think it was just, at the start of the series, I was like, okay, the Heat aren't getting enough respect. They're going to put up a good fight. It's going to go 6. Everyone was like, the Nuggets are going to steamroll them. Then the Heat win game 2, and everyone was like, oh, the Heat have a chance. They might could win the whole thing. No. Let's swing the pendulum back. Like the Heat are not going to win this series. They're going to put up a good fight. Like I said, Nuggets is 6.
I still think it's Nuggets in 6. What's crazy though? Like I know we were saying Joker, Giannis, best player in the world. I think it's Joker for me, man. I think it's just Joker at this point. Like I'm surprised when he misses shots. He never misses shots he's supposed to miss, and he makes most shots he's supposed to miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's just crazy, bro. Like, if he's supposed to make a shot, it's a bucket. He gets it in the paint, give it to him. He looked like Tim Duncan to me out there, man. I'm looking at him like, this looks like Timmy D. He gets every rebound. In the paint, it's a guaranteed bucket. And in mid-range, it's almost guaranteed. The dude is incredible, bro. You know what I mean? And it's 30, 20, and 10. Bro, it looked easy. He makes it look effortless, bro. Yeah. It's insane to see him play basketball. He's so good.
I'm still in the Giannis camp, you know, but like I said, I'm at the point now where I won't argue with anyone who says Jokic is the best in the world. But I just think when you're a talent who you can stake your claim as the best player in the world and the best defender in the world, a guy who's won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in that Akeem Olajuwon MJ class, you know, one of those guys who will win MVP and be first team all defense. You know, we've seen like 5 or 6 of those guys in our lifetime. I'm still going with Giannis here, but like I said, next season we'll revisit and we'll see for sure, because I think that's the battle for next season.
You can say all that too, but you can't ignore that he ran from the smoke in the biggest moments this year too. Yeah. In the clutch moments, he was running from the ball. So you can say all that too, but we got to take that into account, and we ain't seeing that from Joker. And when
Giannis much better defender.
We can say, bro, like we can say.
But here's the thing,
you know what I mean? But like
much
also,
better
in the biggest moments. What is Joker doing? Guaranteed bucket. Yeah. What was Giannis doing in the biggest moments this year? Running from the ball.
I mean,
and y'all know I love Giannis.
I still think it's a bit of recency bias. Let's not forget 50, 14, 5 blocks to lock up a fucking championship.
We're talking about 2023, my boy. We're talking about 2023. We're killing a guy who was better in 2022.
We're killing a guy who had 38. We're killing a guy who had 38 and 20.
I'm not killing him. I'm saying he's the second best player in the world. I'm saying he's the second best player in the world. In that game that he ran from the smoke when it got hot. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me read you. Let me just read this. Jokic's first 3 NBA Finals games ever: 27, 10, 14, 41, 11, 4, 32, 21, 10 tonight. That's fucking crazy. And let me say this. I've been friends with John for like 10 years. In that time, we've exchanged how many? I don't know. Probably 100,000 text messages. He's never had more nice things to say about a white person than he has said in the group chat.
Other than you or Zach. And I'm saying he's the best player in the world. So he's definitely proved it, if I'm saying it. I'm saying. And I'm glad you said it, because I didn't want to be the one to say that, Mike. It sounds better coming from your mouth. Thank you, my friend.
The ball, when it goes into Jokic, it's like that's going to end up in the basket. Like it's either he's going to put it in there or his teammate is going to back cut and he's going to throw some insane pass and the ball is just going in the hoop. It's just, to John's point, just fucking automatic. I agree Giannis is a better defender, and I think it's hard because the recency bias this year is telling us a lot. Like we didn't get to see him at full strength in the playoffs, so it's kind of robbing us and maybe shifting some of the opinion. But I'm with John right now. I think Jokic is the guy in the NBA.
I'll just say this. Giannis, much better defender, but the best defense is a good offense. You feel me? Joker be out there doing his thug. It's tough because he looks like a dude that you could like lock up at the park or the rec center, but he is cooking every single day. He's got that Luka body where it's like, oh, I can get this dude work. And then you see him out there and it's like, damn, this dude's embarrassing me, really having me second guessing, second thinking. And in terms of Giannis played. I get he was hurt, whatever. He played on the court. They got smacked at 5, couldn't even stretch it to 6 or 7. You know, I how Giannis pander for the tickets, but I don't want first round tickets. I want finals tickets.
You feel me? Hey, I was in a bar today before we started recording, and some dude was talking basketball, and he said called Luka Doncic Luke Donka.
You're in Miami?
Yeah, as soon as he came out of his mouth, I'm like, he's on a beam. He's on a beam. You know what I mean? And I probably need to start talking to this man, bro. He gonna get me.
Hey, we might have to call him. We calling him Luke Donka until he gets a chip.
He gonna be Luke Donka to me for sure. Me and my like forever. He's Luke Donka.
Luke Donka sounds like someone from Fast and Furious, dude. That's not a real person.
Luke Donka is an accountant, bro. You know what I mean? Who was cooking the books for you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
I think, but you know, there was a question after the last game of even though Eric Spoelstra was very angry at Ramona Shelburne for asking him this question, it was a fair question. They clearly were staying out on the shooters and prioritizing letting Joker score over giving him the option of an easy 2 or a kick out for an easy 3 every possession. And it was effective. Today, well, he's going to go for 30, 30 whatever, and Murray's going to go for 30. They don't really need that many buckets from everybody else. So, Spo obviously has proven himself to be a great coach. I think we were all talking on the last one. At some point, he runs out of moves in this series. Has that happened, or what do you think he can do at this point, Tyler?
That's the whole thing with Jokic. Like, bro, you're gonna have to pick your poison. They had a great game plan game 2 where they got up in his jersey. They stayed home on shooters. They didn't cheat over. They were like, if Jokic is going to bust ass one-on-one and get his bucket, so be it. We'll live with that as long as nobody else eats. But out there tonight, he was willing and dealing. That motherfucker was looking like Dr. Strange with them dimes tonight. So they got to get back in the motherfucking lab and figure some shit out, man. But we also have to give credit to that motherfucking rookie. Christian, is it Brown or Braun? Because they were fucking up and on me.
Brown.
Is it, you sure it's
Braun?
Yes.
Yeah, they ran a graphic.
They ran a graphic.
Brown.
I know it does feel like he's from the fatherland, and we should be calling him Braun, but we call him a lighter
I'm
shade.
sick of the
Brown.
Nuggets telling me how to pronounce their names. Win the championship first. You're Mike Malone and Christian NIKOLA.
But yeah, like, have we seen a player pick apart that heat zone better than we saw Christian Braun do tonight? Like, and that is a fucking rookie. Like, just the way that he was moving tonight. Like, John and I were talking in the group chat, and we're like
Republicans.
Right, we were sounding like some
talking
Republicans.
about that motherfucker.
Like,
what I mean?
there's no way to describe Christian Braun's game other than he plays the right way. Like I was saying, I was saying like he's making his touches count, and he's earning his touches. He's running the floor the right way. He's attacking the zone with the backside and the cuts in the middle the right way. Like, he plays the game the right way. There's no other way to put it, man.
That's how a white man plays basketball.
John and Tyler in the group chat measuring the basket and then telling the team is still 10 feet tall. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm a big fan of him, bro. Like how he was playing. I was like, he's earned those minutes. And like when you're playing hard like that and you don't make bad decisions in the playoffs in these big moments, I respect him greatly. But yeah, we were talking about it in the group chat, bro. Like, he is giving them great minutes, even in the last game. He's a great, solid, support player.
I mean,
vaccinated.
I don't think it's a coincidence that the guy that was most recently in college, who probably had to face a lot of zone defense in college, is like,
attacking.
I remember how to fucking beat a zone. Like,
right.
Like, he is a rookie. You're right, and it's insane he's doing this in the finals. But like, yeah. This dude had to deal with zones in college, and finally someone sort of scheming up this Miami zone. I think it's hilarious.
Hey, Cracker Hoop said Phil Jackson will finally tune back into the NBA now. That's how you play basketball, MJ and Scotty.
Also, shout out to Mike Malone, making sure Murray got his touches early. You know what I mean? Michael Malone, sorry, whatever. Come on, man. He's not here, and he's not listening, okay? But no, shout out to him getting Murray those touches early, because he knew that Murray had to get going. You know what I'm saying? So he got him his touches early. Last throughout the game, but they can't win with just Joker's a person just getting buckets. They play better. I think when Murray is the one going crazy offensively, they're actually a better team. And Joker's, like Tyler was saying, it's just willing and dealing. He just happens upon 30 and 20. They're the best. They're a better basketball team, and Michael Malone knows that and made sure that Murray got his touches.
Even game 2, though, it wasn't a matter of, Joker got his 41 and the 4 assists, but he only had 4 assists because dudes were tricking off buckets. Yeah. Like Jamal Murray had it. And having said all that, they were Jamal Murray 3 away from tying the game going to OT. So if you Spo, like, you happy you got the win in that game, but was that going to be sustainable? Were you going to keep shooting 50% from 3? Like, no. Right. I mean, give me a break. Jamal Murray's Canadian, light-skinned. He was going to start cooking for our people.
Is that 2+ metrics? Being Canadian and light skin?
Canadian normally pulls it down, but certain sect of Canadians we rock with now.
Okay, all right. Times are changing. Okay, can we talk about?
I just want to say really quick. We haven't really even mentioned. Jimmy had 28 tonight, and it kind of feels like it was a waste. You obviously got 32, 21, and 10 from Jokic, and this week, as part of the Pepperoni video, we asked Crumbs who is more important to their team, Jimmy Butler or NIKOLA Jokic. here were the results. I think they have it. All right, we're back with Crumbs, our basketball expert for Pup Picks, brought to you by Pupperoni. This week, he's deciding who is more important to their team, NIKOLA Jokic or Jimmy Butler. Before we get to his picks, what are your thoughts?
I think that NIKOLA Jokic is the better player, obviously, but that team is so deep where he can have a regular night. You know what I mean? Jimmy, he is the squad. They have some great players. I'm not trying to disparage them. But without him going, it's going to be very hard for him to beat that Nuggets team.
You could convince me that with NIKOLA Jokic, the better player. We're both in agreement on that.
For sure.
That being said, if you take Jokic off that team, maybe they're like an 8 seed. You take Jimmy Butler off that team, do they win 20 games?
G Leaguers. G League championship.
He's getting eager to make his pick, but I agree.
I'm kidding.
No, I mean 25 games, 30 games maybe. They're not making the playoffs without Jimmy.
Sure. And it's weird saying that, being that we're talking about potentially the best player in the world. It's him and Giannis, But
the team is really deep. And, the one argument against this would be that they did struggle when he was struggling. When there was all that stuff about Jokic can't win a third MVP, and people were kind of poking holes in the way that he played. And he was a little bit off during that stretch. They were off, but no Jimmy. No Jimmy, no playoffs.
My man's was just licking the knee, dog. Maybe there's some pepperoni on the jeans, my boy. You feel me?
He's just again not sleeping on the job.
To crack that bag open,
but just touch the bag really fast.
That's my favorite part of this episode.
He loves it. At home, I'll touch the bag and he'll come drifting around the corner.
Who do you think that Crumbs is going to choose?
I think he's going to agree with us. I think he recognizes that Jimmy Butler is very important to the team. He loves the sticks too. Last week it was sticks where his went right to it. So if that's where the Jimmy Butler thing is lined up with the sticks, he's going right for Jimmy Butler. All right. It's time for Crumbs to choose. His choices: NIKOLA Jokic, as represented by the rounds with beef short rib, or the original beef flavor sticks as Jimmy Butler. Okay, both real beef, #1 ingredient in these. He finds these things irresistible to a degree where I bumped the bag the other day and had to give him them because he just would not leave me alone. All right, buddy. Hey, okay. Oh, right to the sticks. Yeah. If they were smaller, he'd have already vacuumed it down. All right, his pick, Jimmy Butler, and now he's going in for NIKOLA Jokic as well. Not a man of taking sides, just a man here for some pepperoni. But his pick, Jimmy Butler, which was the sticks. So, Jimmy Butler, more important to his team. Chat, what do you guys think?
If he didn't eat that sausage, I definitely was going to smack it, bro. That was looking
it's
delicious,
lunchtime,
bro.
Whose dog is that?
That's my dog.
That's Zach's dog. Crumbs.
He looked like my dog the way he was, rubbing
I
up
was about to
against me,
say he was looking real. I thought it was Zach. He was looking real comfortable with John.
I know.
He knows good energy. You know what I mean?
He knows that when you hold him like that, he's about to get those pupperoni rounds. That's what he knows.
They can't get y'all a bigger couch? God dang.
We on there cheek to cheek, you feel me? Shoulder to shoulder in that thing, you feel me?
Hey, but I'm just going to say this. Crumbs ate both treats. And you ate Joker second, so that made me Joker's more valuable. He wanted to just get rid of the one, the primary, like the aperitif, and then he went for the main course.
That's what Crumbs was thinking, was the aperitif. That's exactly right.
Like, Crumbs like, oh, this is the salad, and now here's the main course.
AK in the chat said it's a guarantee. Don't know who will pick, but it's a guarantee that Crumbs is vacuuming both down. So here you go. Cleaning both tables is a lock. Well, I appreciate you guys watching that.
Zach, we knew once you locked in, you always give it away now when you're going to do the segue because you straighten up and it was like, I don't know if it was segue time or if you really was about to drop a point, but great job with the segue yet again.
No, he does the meme. He does the video game meme where he like sits
right. You can tell. He gets real serious. He's
locked the pepperoni in right there.
The hair on the back of his head stands up. You know what I mean? He's super locked in.
I was going to say Zach segueing from a segment he was in to a pre-recorded video that he was also in feels very Jokerish. You know, it feels like he caught the pass back here behind his head, but still ended up in the pocket.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, can we talk about the topic that everyone's talking about?
No.
Gotta do it.
I only have one comment on it, but go ahead.
Josiah is going to mute himself, but Udonis Haslem fixed his socks, gave everyone a good look at the top of his head.
I thought we were going.
No, we'll get there. The
spit in the mouth topic, but okay.
Udonis.
This was a tweet that was posted. I did not have anything to do with this.
Yeah, Udonis trending on Twitter with Tommy Hearns right now, which is never what you're looking for. Gentlemen, your thoughts? Were you surprised? And first of all, literally everyone recording this right now is wearing a hat, which is an advantage that podcasting has over playing basketball. By the way,
other than Zach, do you know why we're wearing hats? Because maybe our head's not looking in a position where we want people to see it. Udonis, get a do-rag. That's all I'm gonna say. Wear a do-rag. Permission. Adam Silver got to look at that and be like, do-rag. You can wear a do-rag, dog. It's all good. You got
Bro, I know the joke here is Udonis is old and shit, but seeing that made me feel old. I'm old enough to remember when he was a chubby college kid at Florida with cornrows down to his shoulders. Now he's a slim old man with patches in his head, bro. I feel old seeing that shit.
Are those patches or keloids? I thought he had keloid skin. I don't know if them patches, brother.
I mean, keloids just bubble up on your scalp like that. I thought they were just from like a bad ear piercing or something.
No, I think if you I know people that get like their hair lined up, they joint bubble up in the back here too, bro. They get ugly, man. You feel me? You know, I don't know. I'm gonna step out of this though. I ain't gonna.
Any other comments on Udonis Haslem's head before we move on?
I mean, I'll speak on.
I'm not anti-keloid out here, bro. I don't want nobody to to jump me on Twitter, bro. You know what I mean? Come on.
I think you can't put Udonis in a loss. Like, if you're gonna put him in the win. Like, put him in that last game. All playoffs they haven't put him in.
Yeah,
and you sub him in down 20, like at home. I just
they were cheering for him earlier in the playoffs. It's a game they were winning in Miami. We want Udonis, whatever, put him in. But I'll just say this: he might watch the show. Udonis, upstanding, honorable man. Okay.
Oh my God.
I did not know what you guys were talking about. You corralled me into this segment. I have nothing to do with it. You guys, if you see me, do not stab me with the razor blade. Don't give me one of these. Just go straight into that grayscale. I don't want it.
All right. Before we move on to the
y'all are bad influences, man.
Before we move on to this, as Josiah put it, the spit in your mouth tweet. Predictions for Game 4.
Just reporting the news.
Tyler, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I got like I said, I got the Nuggets in 6. So I got Miami winning Game 4, Denver, taking care of business Game 5, Game 6.
I don't know if we get that far, honestly. And I love chaos. I love bags. So I'm rooting for 7. But after what I saw tonight, it was like, because even Game 2, when you go back to it, yes, the Heat got the win, but it wasn't like it was a remarkable win. Literally, they were Jamal Murray 3 away. Denver had a poor shooting night. If the Nuggets can just play somewhat proficient, they can mess around and take this game. And then they're heading back to Denver with that dry-ass Caucasian air. It might be done. We might not be back in Miami unless it's for a vacation.
I think it's Nuggets.
I'm sorry, Zach. What is it specifically about the air?
It's Denver, Salt Lake City. I'm not rolling with. All right, the heart of Caucasia and Boston.
Sorry, Zach.
Boston's actually a decent city. I'm not gonna.
I think Miami's not winning another game. I think we're a bit done here at this point, but that's that.
I felt like the Heat might win this game. I thought they'd go up 2-1. Nuggets won so convincingly. I said it was gonna be 6. I don't think they win. I don't think they win Game 4 though. But it might be 5 out here, man. I don't know if they win another one too. That was.
You got 22 and 17
That was
from Bam,
rough.
and you got 22 and 17 from Bam, and 28 points from Jimmy, and lost
wasn't
by
close.
20 basically. So
That was
Denver has
nasty.
had a 15-point lead in every game of this series so far.
wow.
And
Not
it
great
took
analytics.
them hitting over 50% of their threes and having a insane fourth quarter to win by 3, and the Nuggets still had a chance to tie them go to OT. So like they have to play perfectly. All the Nuggets have to do is be themselves. You know what I'm saying? The Heat have to be, play outside of themselves to win, just to win games, let alone.
Oh, John, you muted yourself.
Yeah, hey, you back?
He's back.
Is he?
Wait, no, not yet.
That line.
Ooh, let's talk about John.
Do that mother-freaking microphone.
I'm gonna tell you, every time that happens, I think it's because of my janky Wi-Fi. I'm like, did I just cut out again? Something's about to freeze. Something's about to janky.
No.
Oh,
we hear you going
muted, but we still can't hear you.
We can't
Yeah.
hear you, God.
Oh, okay,
no, I can
we
hear
can
you.
talk.
Can y'all hear me now? You hear me?
Yeah.
Are you in a
That's so
hotel
weird.
bathroom? Where are you at?
I'm in a bathroom, bro. I'm thugging it out, man. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, y'all.
We don't need to know the name of the hotel,
Bro.
but is it a Bonvoy? Where are you? Intercontinental? Which brand?
Yes,
are you?
It's one of those that you just
All right, because I got
Yes.
Bonvoy points, so I'm rocking with it. I can just,
It's
I see the robes going on back, and
You
it's,
know
it's
what
the
time
upper
it is.
echelon. It's
Yeah,
the upper
yeah.
echelon. That's
I
the
won't
most
say
important.
upper echelon. It's nice. But I don't want people to know what's going on. You know
That's
what
why
I
I'm saying I
All
don't
right.
want you to report your whereabouts.
mean?
You didn't want to ask the front desk about using the like business center or anything like that.
I did. I mean, they having like a little
I'm
conference
kidding.
going
You don't need
on.
to use the
The
fucking
business center closed at 6, and there's a conference going on too as well. So I can't use the conference
You do
room. I
not
tried,
need to
bro.
use the
I
business
tried to
center.
not be in a bathroom. This is some.
Oh, bro,
You didn't
this is
tell-
our
you-
show.
you-
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
didn't
this
ask
is
him if
the
they knew who
show.
you were. You didn't go down there and say, "Are you
Have you
turning
heard
down
of
the
Jethro
business
Jenkins on
center
Twitter?
to
Have you
Jenkins?
don't nobody give a damn about that, and they should.
Hey, bro, you'll be surprised. People watch the pod far and wide.
Yeah,
you might have got
but
upgraded.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very
Or
true. You got to ask.
downgraded.
You know,
I'm from Indiana. I heard what you said. You got the worst room in the hotel. Have fun looking at the parking
Indiana
lot.
just legalized throwing stars. That's how mad they are at John. They just legalized throwing stars.
How do you know
I
that?
take nothing back that I said about anybody or that in that entire city.
Joe,
Not
you
a
know
single
how I
thing.
know that? Because anytime literally anything happens in the state of Indiana, I get tagged under it with John. As people, so like I'm so well up to speed with Indiana news. All right, shall we move on to Zion?
Can I just say one
Yes.
thing?
Yeah.
A lot of people in the chat ain't shit. You guys are very mean human beings. I don't know why you are posting some of the comments you're posting. I'm reading this stuff, trying to keep a straight face. You guys are very mean. I just want you to know that.
AJ, did the mic sound trash the whole time? AJ says the mic
Now it sounds
better.
much better. Yeah,
It was
before-
trash before?
Yeah, it sounded like you were in a bathroom before. Now you sound like you're in a. You can't tell me what's going on behind there.
Okay.
Studio.
Damn, that's weird. Okay.
I'm just saying,
okay.
baller.
I need a green screen. That'll work out.
All right.
Yeah.
Next year.
All right, Zion Williamson became the main character on Twitter today for an interesting reason.
Again, this is why I wish I had an NBA credential so I could go to the post-game presser and be like, Mike, great game or whatever. What are your thoughts on Zion? And just watch him. Fuck.
Michael, do you think it was appropriate for Zion to spit in that young lady's mouth?
Look,
We've talked about his outside shooting improving, and it clearly has.
I don't get caught up in people's personal lives, as you guys know. You know that's the area I don't really go into. But when I saw the spit in the mouth tweet, I was a little taken aback by it because that's just a really aggressive tweet to put out. But then I had to do some research, do some due diligence in preparation for the show, and it seems like her getting her mouth spit in is a very common thing for her. So it's not anything that she should be tweeting about. So I'm gonna say,
I will say this.
ample research. There was tons of mouth spitting. You know, that I accidentally stumbled upon in my researching.
I'm going to say this, and this is as far as I'm going to go. I don't know if mouth spitting is only normal for her. I think it's pretty normal in general. I think it's just a funny take. Bro, he's 22. please experiment a little bit. That's you know, he didn't jump off the cliff with that one, baby. He just, you know what I mean, having a little fun. You feel me?
Did it taste like a Popeye strawberry biscuit? I want to know what the actual with the saliva like. It tasted like a gumbo. There was a scent in it from whatever he had previously just gnawed on.
All right, we get kind of wild.
Tyler, what else did we learn about Zion today?
I feel like we all know way too much about each other, dog. We should not know this shit about Zion, man. We really should not. And this is another thing. He tried to share a happy moment. He's bringing a baby in the world. He seems very happy with that young lady, and all of that stemmed from that. All of this shit stemmed. We did not need to know this. She pulling up fucking Snapchat messages like it's 2014 out this motherfucker. Like I haven't seen a Snapchat screenshot since goddamn 2015, dog. But it's like I just feel like we should not know this much, man. The man is gonna be a father, you know. Congrats to them, and I feel like it should just be left at that. Man.
Just don't tell us.
We didn't need to know that he offered to move someone to New Orleans and asked what her monthly rate would be if he moved.
He was going to have he's an employer
on that woman. Damn.
He's an employer.
Zion has done more for the economy than the federal government has this last year.
And good for him.
Growing
OnlyFans,
creating awareness for porn stars, offering to help with rent. He's doing more than the Biden administration. All right, stop raising interest rates. Get on the Zion plan, okay?
This is the one thing I will say about the young woman who exposed all those details about Zion. It seemed like she had very noble, honest intentions to get him to LeBron level. It feels like he was straying off course. I think the other boo was letting him, you know, have the weight issues, maybe the hamstring stuff, where she wanted him to be LeBron. She wanted to be Savannah. And that's why that's admirable.
She said she motivated him to get into shape. She did indeed take credit for that.
Like LeBron made his way into one of these tweets during this rampage. Like, and he had nothing like.
Did y'all see Stephen A. Smith's soliloquy on this?
No, what did he say? Please tell us.
I'm gonna tell you. Please go watch that shit. And he ended it. You know, he went into his serious, hushed whisper tone. He said, "This man is supposed to be getting better doing rehab, and he is overexerting his lower extremities."
Stephen A.
It seems like that.
He's such a weirdo.
Nasty.
He's such a weirdo.
Zion's a wild boy. I mean, it's nice to know that Eddie Winslow fits, that he's living a real wild lifestyle. But Dragonfly, like you mentioned, get off the Snapchat, brother. This is the year of our Lord 2023. Right.
No, young folks on Snapchat. Young folks on Snapchat. Yes, bro. That's what they be
for that kind of message. Yes.
Oh, yes, bro. Yes. But yeah,
I thought it was funny that the section right above one of the messages, Zion Williamson has saved your video, and it's like, Zion, you pervert! Like, you couldn't just film the screen like everyone else. Like,
no, he wanted her to know.
Somebody said on Twitter, I don't know who it was, but somebody said these young kids are millionaires. I'd be on Instagram like it was DoorDash too.
I told him that, bro. No, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You know what I mean? I'll be on OF, like, you know, hey, what flavor tonight, buddy? You know what I'm saying?
John having this conversation in a hotel bathroom makes me so happy. There's towels hanging up behind John.
My lifestyle. He's a $200 million man. You know what I mean?
You got a conversation waiting for you as soon as you open that door.
That's why I get my
He's got a shoe waiting for him.
Check collector. You feel what I'm saying? Check collector. But no, with $100 million Nike contract, my guy. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever he was doing, he got it. But I will tell you this: the old girl that was mad, I believe her. The other one was a side piece. She 38 hot, dog. I think she was the main, bro. I get it, bro. She was extremely hot.
I don't even know if they're. He just might have been, you know, loving them both equally. He might have been multitasking out this moment.
He was not operating with the master plan here. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I think there is a third, a fourth, a fifth, probably a sixth woman that found out today there were two women with Zion. You know what I mean? Like,
here's the bottom line: Zion could have used that money to fix all the potholes in New Orleans, and that's what he chose to do with it.
Hey man, that's a government's job. That ain't Zion's job. Call your local official if you want your potholes fixed. Zion got to
OF.
Spend his money.
If he fix all the potholes now, let everybody forget all about this. Zion's a man of the people.
The next contestant to expose Zion gonna pull up some Black Planet chat messages.
Hey, he's go crazy on Black Panther.
Speaking of messages, I've got a message for you guys. This episode is brought to you by Pupperoni, the original beef flavor dog treats made for your most valuable pup. And while your dog can't experience the excitement of watching the NBA Finals like weekend, you can inject the same excitement into their life by feeding them irresistible Pupperoni treats. As you know, Crumbs is a menace for these treats. Once Crumbs smells one of those beef browns or beef steaks, he gets just as excited as Michael Malone when the media starts talking about the Nuggets, or like Miami Heat fans who will tell us all night that they are not worried about the loss. So bring more to the table than belly rubs and be your best friend's best friend for the playoffs by getting them some Pupperoni treats. To learn more about Pupperoni original beef flavor snacks, go to pupperoni.com. That's PUPPERONI.com.
Can we do a standing ovation?
Incredible.
For that next Crumbs video, I have a subject, but I'm going to talk to you guys about it offline. You got to pick between the two. You got to pick between the two.
Sean said in the chat, Zach, if you could segue into the ad after this segment, good luck, basically. And I heard you guys say message, and I was like, this is my one shot.
It was going to be message or beef flavored. It was one of the two, and you jumped on the right ship.
So there we go.
All right. Let's talk about the Suns and CP3 appear to be headed for parting ways, exploring options, including a trade, stretching the contract out, waiving, re-signing, and free agency. Contract date June 28th, obviously 3 weeks from today. First of all, what's happening there? And then we'll talk about people making jokes at Chris Paul's daughter after we talk about that. But what do we think is happening with the Suns, Josiah?
But I'm going to say those things go hand in hand, right? Daughter getting clowned at school. He relays that information, a truly sad, sentimental moment. Then literally the very next day, more pack-up material. More pack-up material. And I like CP3. I think when he signed that deal, the way that it was structured, knowing that they only had to guarantee like $15 million this year, whatever it was very natural to think that he wouldn't see the end of that deal. Looked good on paper. Kind of felt like one of those janky NFL football deals. Looked good on paper. Frank Vogel came in. Vogel said, I love that Vogel came in like, I want to make Aiden an all-star level player, but it ain't going to be here. It ain't going to be here.
Yeah.
I think to Joe's point, when you saw the deal, you were sort of like, oh, the Suns are fucked. And they were pretty smart with the way they had sort of set up exit strategies. If not this year, they could have fully gotten out of it without – it was a team option, I think, next year. They only owe him $15 million if they get him off the roster or restructure or trade him before the end of June, basically. So I just – I don't know what that cap space looks like. Like, I don't know if they could – I don't think there's any way they could get Kyrie still. And I think if you're a contender who could use him as a fifth option, that's a great player to go at. But, bro, he cannot be like the third option.
The day before?
Yo, has anybody ever said fifth option? You might be the first person to ever say fifth option.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nobody's talking about somebody's fifth option, bro. You're just a role player at that point, bro.
That's not an option. Once you get past 3.
I'm sorry. Like, you'd be great to have. Fourth, fine. But, like, I just don't think – I think you need to go into the playoffs fully expecting that, like, if he's there, that's great. If he's not, that is what it is.
Cardio.
I saw this news and my first thought was, congrats, you are the human consolation prize in the Kyrie sweepstakes now, Chris Paul. Like, you remember that joke Eddie Murphy had about how he wanted McDonald's and his mom said, I can make you a better burger at home. And Eddie Murphy talked about that weak ass, greasy ass welfare burger that his mama made him. Chris Paul is the welfare burger now of the NBA in the Kyrie Irving sweepstakes. That's all it's going to be like. Like, the teams that want Kyrie who are going to whiff on him, they're going to go after Chris Paul now.
It's going to be Josiah, does it not feel like it's going to be a monkey's paw wish situation with Chris Paul going to the Lakers? That, like, however many years ago, 10 years ago it was, I was literally praying, like, please let Chris Paul be a Laker with Kobe. Please, like, I would give anything for this. And now it's going to come true when he has no hamstrings attached to his body.
If this happens, I will go in front of Crypto.com arena and cry on camera for no less than 10 minutes straight.
Oh my my God. All right. I think Sean wanted us to talk about, we've got some video of Pete Davidson playing basketball. We're going to discover whether he's a hooper. Is that right?
Yeah, bro, I saw the video going around today and I was like, pretty good. Pretty good.
Let me see. I'm skeptical.
Can we get the music on this too?
UNLV. Okay.
Start of the meeting.
Hey, lucky lefty out there, see?
That's the full mixtape treatment.
Who does he look like?
No. The way he cradled that.
He cradled that thing like a running back. I don't know, Coco.
Too many steps on the dunk. They cut out before the dunk.
He ain't got no bunnies, but he might be able to ball though.
He's got that Sandler game. I love it.
He got that K-Love outlet.
I love that he brought a cameraman to make his highlight tape.
Yeah.
How many games do we think? 37 games.
He got that bad lower back run. Though.
All right, I think Sean has to cut the video off, or we're gonna get a music strike or something. Gentlemen, your first reaction.
It's coming.
Your first
it's coming.
Yeah, it's only for that portion. Joe brings up how many games, which this is one of my favorite stories we ever heard, because we had a colleague at a place we used to work, and we went up to this colleague and we were like, Zaire Wade, he's gonna be phenomenal, right? And the coworker looked at us like, no, he's terrible. We're like, but the mixtape. And she's like, that mixtape took 18 games to make. And we were like, oh no, 18 games. And then we went and saw a Sierra Canyon game. It was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So
do you know what the dead giveaway for the mixtapes is, right? Let's say it's a 60 to 90 second mixtape. If the first 10 to 15 seconds are layup lines,
yes.
Not a good mixtape.
Or like,
time.
in the first 30 seconds, you've seen, 8 different teams that he's playing. That'll tell you what time it is too, G.
Or the same play, but just tighter. Like we just zoomed in on it. Or like Pete Davidson's when he went up to Yam and then they cut out before the Yam. So I'm going to tell you that story.
He missed that.
So who was it? I think my brother, somebody had a video and they were playing against Kobe in the gym. And he had a shot, but it didn't go in. He's like, should I post it? And I'm like, oh, just cut out before the shot goes in. People think it went in. Like, you good. Good. Just right before it, boom, bucket.
That's awesome. What did you guys see in the mixtape?
The first thing I noticed was that he made a layup. He's a lefty. He made a layup with his left hand on the right side, the one where he cradled the ball. You know what I mean? That's just like, as someone who coaches 9-year-old basketball teams, that's the first thing I always notice is like, are you making layups with both hands or not? Are you short on it?
The thing is though, like there's a lot of good hoopers that aren't doing that. Like good on like street hoopers. You feel me? That aren't finishing with both hands. You feel me? So like, I think he'd be cool at a local, church run. You know what I mean? I wouldn't pick him up if, you know what I'm saying, you playing at Rico Hines. He ain't getting no burn there, you know what I'm saying, at UCLA runs, but he put up like a solid 12 and 3 at a church league, you know what I mean?
think AK commented he looks like he's hooping for rocks.
He got what? That awkward lanky white boy Adam Morrison game.
You mean them rocks?
Yeah.
Who? Wow. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, is Rocks an AAU coach? I'm unfamiliar with.
No, them Rocks.
Them Rocks.
Yeah, Rocks, my boy. He did have that like tight lower back run. Like he kind of hurting a little bit. You know, like a bad lower back.
Tyler, you said he looked like Adam Davidson, Tyler.
Adam Morrison, yeah.
Adam Morrison, I'm sorry.
He plays
famously musty Adam Morrison. He was well renowned for being musty.
We knew that before we knew that, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You knew that man was. Come on.
Pete Davidson plays like it looks
sure.
like he hasn't stretched in a decade or had a sip of water in his entire life.
No
like,
water.
The cradle was nice though.
Ramadan
the cradle in the finish that had us fooled for a second though. You feel me?
All right, last topic before we get out of here. Damian Lillard has yet again soft launched the possibility of him asking for a trade out of Portland. He said. Obviously, Miami is obviously his first choice over Boston because Bam is his dog. Boston, New York, Brooklyn, the other teams that have come up. Is this ever going to happen, guys? Is this a practical joke someone is playing on me personally that every year I'm going to think about Damian Lillard leaving? And is this the Zeno's paradox of NBA moves? What's happening?
I think he has no idea what he wants, because every time this shit happens, he's like, "I don't want to leave," and then he'll say something that's very like, "You do want to leave," and he's like, "Well, I don't know what I mean," and then he's listing all these teams out, which none of these teams, if he goes to these teams, do you like, Miami? Yeah, but if he goes to Brooklyn, do you think that's a title contender? No, right?
I just think it's funny. You say you don't want to leave, and then you list 4 cities. I don't want to go to Miami, but if I had to go, I'd go to Miami. But I don't want to go to Boston or New York or Brooklyn. It's like, why are you naming specific teams?
I think
you're not going to go to.
He put himself in a bad spot the way he was talking the past few years, right? So I think he wants to go, but he doesn't want people to know he wants to go. You know what I mean? Like he wants to shake, but he wants, he wants the perception of he's not running from the grind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I think that's what I think he does. I think he does want to go, and good for him because it's time to leave, bro. You ain't winning there, my boy.
Do you know how I know he wants to go? Because he said, I want to wait and see if the Blazers can make a competitive team. So damn, you know the answer to that.
Especially when you get paid $60 million a year.
Time to dip.
Bro, you know what I mean?
Bro, we know he for sure wants out because, he tried to, cover his ass and say, yeah, I'd like to go to Miami. Bam's my boy, or Brooklyn. McCall's my boy. Bro, why you ain't named like none of your homies in like Utah or Indiana? I know you and Ty Halliburton probably homies, but why you pick New York City and Miami and mention your homeboys there? Nah, he wants out, bro.
He's tired of that PNW living. He wants out of the Pacific Northwest. I respect it.
No sales tax, though.
Pacific Northwest. Very happy.
No sales tax. Very honorable people.
Very honorable.
Oregon was literally started, and their rule was no black people are allowed here. I'm not even joking.
Damian Lillard wants to pump his own gas. You know what I mean?
Like a lot of
states. He doesn't want the person coming up to the car.
Hey, they get so mad at you too. It's like, excuse me, so I just feel more comfortable doing it myself. I don't know you like that.
Yeah, stay away. Stay away from there. All right, well, Damian Lillard, we wish you well with whatever comes. Let's be honest. He was waiting to see if they got Wemby, right? Like he's waiting to see. Like, did something happen to Wemby or Scoot are falling into our lap? No? All right. Let me get out of here. All right. I think it's time for us to make like Damian Lillard will be making soon enough. I think that's all the time we got for Out of Pocket X Jenkins and Jonez X Pepperoni Treats. Thank you so much for tuning in. The next game is on Friday. We'll see y'all then. Bye.
Bye.